All right, guys, welcome back to the channel here at Live Life in Maine. In this episode, we're going to explore the many compelling reasons why living near the Maine coast could be the perfect choice for you. From the breathtaking natural beauty and the outdoor recreational opportunities to the vibrant local culture, and of course, the fresh, delicious seafood, Maine's coastal regions are a unique and fulfilling lifestyle. We're going to discuss the benefits of living along the coast, including the sense of community in the charming seaside towns, the pristine beaches, the lighthouses, and of course, the opportunity to enjoy a slower pace of life. One of the reasons why many people live here. Additionally, we're going to cover practical considerations like the potential of investments in the coastal properties and the availability of those amenities. Whether you're seeking a peaceful retirement spot or a lively place to raise a family, this episode is going to highlight why Maine's coast is a fantastic place to call home. Guys, if you're thinking about moving to Maine or you want to look at a coast for either retirement or to raise a family, then this episode is going to be for you. So let's get after it right now. All right, guys, welcome to the channel here at Live Life in Maine. My name is Scott Thibeau. I'm a broker realtor with EXP Realty. I'm also an investor. I'm also a business owner. I own a few business properties, a couple of homes, and I'm all about living life in Maine, which is why I created this channel to help educate all you people that don't live here or are thinking about moving here what it's like to live in Maine. Guys, I've lived here my whole life, almost my whole life. I was born and raised here, and I left right out of high school, joined the military, served 8 years, came back a couple years later after that, and I've been home ever since. So I'm 56 years old. I can consider myself a true Mainer. True Mainer, somebody who was born and raised here. And I've lived, again, almost my whole life. Guys, I'm a veteran. A father of 5, a grandfather soon to be 3 times over, and my beautiful wife and I live here in southern Maine. This episode and these episodes, this channel is all about living life in Maine. So if you want to know more about living life in Maine, and this is your first episode, then I encourage you to check out some of my other videos and also to subscribe to this channel, tap that bell to be notified when I drop new content, because every day I try to come up with new ideas and things that I think you would be interested in as my viewer. The channel's going pretty good now, guys. I've actually helped quite a few people from this channel move here. I think I'm up to like 10 or 11 now. I started this channel over a year ago, and I'm surprised at how many people actually are looking to move to Maine. Maine's not a secret anymore. We are one of the safest states in the country. Our quality of life is, I've been all over the country, and our quality of life is pretty good, guys. I mean, I don't know where it could be better. We do have a slower pace, so if you're kind of like a young, just getting going, or like the party scenes and nightlife, you can kind of do that in Portland and Bangor, but other than that, there's not much going on. But we're kind of a tight-knit community. We still believe in kind of the whole coastal vibe and the whole community vibe. A lot of people know their neighbors. There's a lot of activities and festivities and festivals and kind of neighborhood things, outings and block parties that happen. And Maine's just a great place to live. And believe it or not, the weather is not as bad as you might have believed it would have been back in the day when nobody really understood what it was like to live in Maine, because there was no video and stuff, and you just hear from the latest weather. But I digress, guys. The reason why we're going to talk in this video about why living in Maine along the coast could be the perfect opportunity for you and why you should consider it, there's really 5 reasons why. And these aren't in any order, but the first reason is, where else can you wake up in America on a coast and look at a sunrise at 5 a.m. in the morning? Now, I get it. You can look at a sunrise somewhere on the coast, on the east coast of the country, but not at 5 a.m. We are the first state where the sun rises. We're actually the first state, I believe, also where the sun sets. But imagine living on a coast and being able to go for a walk or a paddleboard swim, or a paddleboard or a swim or kayaking just to start your day. Guys, there's nothing like waking up on the beach or living on a beach and waking up and be able to take that trip. Now I live about 3 miles from the beach, so I can't wake up on the beach, but I do try to get out there pretty early sometimes, especially in the wintertime with my dog, where it's so peaceful and tranquil, and there's so much going on in terms of the wildlife, the seagulls, the shells, the ocean, the crabs, all that stuff. Especially when the tourists leave, it's really awesome to be on the beaches of Maine. But the natural beauty, Maine has about 3,000 miles of coastline, but it's rugged and it's jagged. A lot of it. There's these little coves that have sandy beaches, and then really when you get south of Portland all the way down to the New Hampshire border, it's pretty much sandy beaches and flat. It's not until you get above Portland or right around kind of Cape Elizabeth, heading up the coast through down east, Bar Harbor, and all that, that it's rocky and jagged. But take a drive on any of those picturesque Highway 1 or head down to those inlets and stuff. It's breathtaking. And guys, I'm from here, and it's still breathtaking every time I do it. So the first reason why you probably want to think about living here, especially on the coast, is the beauty and the picturesque scenery that is available. I created cheat notes just so I'd keep myself on track. The second thing is the local community and the vibrant of the culture. So many Maine towns are like they're little communities, right? And they're not too different from one another, but in these little kind of small beach towns or community towns, you have a certain vibe where pretty much everybody knows everybody. So if you don't want everybody knowing your business, then maybe you don't want to live on the coast. But there are smaller communities, and there's such a sense of camaraderie in community. Kind of, well, like I said, everybody knows everybody. So, you know, being invited to events, being invited to take walks on the beach, making friends, not a problem here in Maine. A lot of people that I've talked to over my life have become great friends just from being neighbors. And that doesn't mean you have to be living in a beach, but some of these smaller beach communities, is one of the reasons why people keep coming back and people live there, because it's just a different way of life. It's really tranquil, if you will, and along with the scenery and all that stuff, there's pretty big reasons why people live in Maine. Definitely in the summertime, invest in Maine or live here year round, especially on the coast. You can't beat that lifestyle. Number four, all right, 1, 2, 3, the culture and cuisine. So I just talked about the culture, but if you like seafood, and we're talking real seafood, fresh seafood, like right off the boats, I mean, you're not going to get any better place than Maine. There's been often times that my brother-in-law and I will go out on his buddy's lobster boat and pull traps and have lobster that night from the traps that we pulled that day. No going to market, no dealing with the middleman, no having it frozen and coming in live, no going to restaurants. Same thing with scallops, same thing with clams, same thing with shrimp. You really get fresh seafood when you live in Maine. I just had my wife and I just got invited to our friend's house, and we just had fish tacos, which was flounder and polyp that was just caught 2 days prior in the ocean. So you really get fresh seafood in Maine, and the cuisine. If you like seafood, Maine's definitely a place to be. Some shrimp linguine or clams and linguine, or I'm not a huge lobster fan, but I like lobster a little bit. My wife loves lobster. Making up lobster rolls and stuff. Big reason why people like living along the coast of Maine. Number 4, the coastal property investments. Now this is a little twist. So as you see more and more beach eroding around the world, you're seeing not that much happening like that here in Maine. I don't know why that is. Maybe the continental shelf's a little bit different. I'm not saying beaches isn't eroding. We did have a massive storm in April that destroyed a few houses or really caused some damage. But for the most part, coastal homes in Maine really retain their value and they really grow in equity. So whether you're looking to buy a coastal home in Maine and rent it out during the winter, there is a ton of homes that have winter rentals in the wintertime, pretty much from after the foliage season, like beginning of November all the way through, I want to say the beginning of May. People rent out these homes, just to have somebody living in them. And then in the summer times, they're getting two, three, four, $5,000 a week to live in some of these homes along the coast. And I know down where I live in Old Orchard Beach, there's some pretty decent homes. I mean, they're nothing spectacular. They're not like mansions or whatever, but these guys are getting, these families are getting $3,000, $4,000 a week to rent it out to a family to spend a week on the beach. And listen, there's a lot of people that want to rent out beach homes in Maine in the summertime. So, from an investment standpoint, it's a pretty good deal. Obviously, you got to know what you're buying. You got to do your due diligence, especially with inspections, especially some of the homes that are older. But from an investment standpoint, you're going to have no problem finding either tenants during the winter time and then renting them out during the week, during the summertime, working with a rental company. There's a lot of them down here that do beach rentals in the summertime that you can just have them take care of everything, pay them a fee. It's definitely a money maker. I bet no matter what you do, if you didn't live there, whatever you buy, assuming it's within a couple $1,000,000, you're gonna be able to pay your mortgage, if not more, as the property increases in valuation. But investments, whether you want to live here in the summer and rent it out in the winter, or whether you just want it as an investment, is another strong reasons why people buy in Maine on the coast and either live there or rent out full time. And then lastly, and this is kind of all of Maine, but definitely it happens along the coast, I think more is that kind of slower pace of life, right? When your main attraction is the ocean, you're going to see the birds and the fishing and the seagulls, which are the birds, and people walking, digging clams and dogs running on the beach and stuff. It's just a slower pace of life. And it's pretty much, in my opinion, for everybody, because people, as you get older, right, as you get in my age in the 50s and stuff, you realize what is life about. You're starting to maybe feel your own mortality, maybe not, but you probably have people around you that maybe you've lost, or people that have passed on, parents or whatever, and you realize whatever time you got left on this planet, whatever time you have left on this earth, it's really about the people that you spend your time with and where you spend your time, right? Whether you want to be in traffic or racing back and forth to offices or hanging out on a beach, that's totally up to you. But Maine offers that kind of unique lifestyle of quality of life. And I'm just going to throw this out, a little sidebar here. So Elon Musk and Starlink Maine was one of the first states in the whole globe, not just the United States, to do a beta test of the Starlink service in terms of internet. And they've really done a really good job. So no longer is internet an issue, because I actually have a camp that I have Starlink at, and it's pretty quick. It rivals my fiber connection that I have at my house here. But so internet's not really an issue. Yeah, you got to pay Starlink. Yeah, it's a little bit more expensive. I think it's $120, $125 a month after you get the initial down payment to set it up. But internet's not going to be an issue. So if you're a writer or a painter, or you have the ability to work from home and live that lifestyle, man, I would encourage it. So many people would die to be in those shoes here in Maine, and it's really, really an awesome place to live. Why you want to consider coastal Maine? Number one, it's not like it's uncharted territory, but you really get the best of both worlds. You get a quality of life, you get the scenery, you get awesome food, great neighbors, the ability to make long-term relationships, and you kind of get out of all the hustle and bustle of everything, right? And Maine's pretty low in crime, so strong reasons why you might want to consider living on the coast of Maine. Guys, I hope this information was helpful. In my next episode, I'm going to talk to you about things you should consider when you're going to live on the coast of Maine, especially some of these older houses that may need to be fixed up, and inspections, and how you make them weather tight, especially on the coast. But I hope this information was helpful, guys. It's all about living here in Maine. I try to give a well-rounded viewpoint on the different areas of Maine. Right now we're covering the beach. I hope this information, again, helpful. And if you want to know anything else, if you want to know specific region of the beach in Maine or a specific area on the coast, send me a text, drop me a line, send me a call, guys. I'm here to help. I'm pretty versed in Maine, especially along the coast. I've spent most of my time, not most of my time, but I love being on the water and along the ocean, a lot of fishing. So if this information was helpful, then I encourage you to tap that bell to be notified and subscribe to this channel when I drop new content, because that's what this channel is all about, guys. Helping you make informed decisions, whether you're already here and you're looking to make a move somewhere else in the state, or you're looking to make a move here, or if you're looking to sell and you're looking to downsize or upsize. That's the purpose of this channel, guys, to get to know me and understand my values and goals and how I can help you achieve yours. All right, guys, that's it for now. Be safe, stay cool, don't get in any trouble, don't do anything I wouldn't do, and we'll talk to you soon. Scott Thibeau over and out. Bye-bye.